Hello and welcome back to the Conscious Mirror. Today we are talking about something that might feel uncomfortable to many people, but it is one of the primary contributors of mental health challenges among youths today, and therefore it is worth discussing. We are going to talk about the constant pressure to have children after marriage. We all grow up with a simple belief that having a child is entirely your personal decision. But as the months and years of marriage go by, this hopeful belief slowly erodes. The reality of the society and family expectations settle, and that beautiful choice begins to feel like an obligation. So what happens inside the mind when you are squeezed by this daily pressure? Your mind naturally resists. You feel angry, frustrated, and sometimes helpless. Bitter feelings begin towards your parents and in-laws, the very people you love. It reaches a point where even a casual question under a family gathering like, "When are you giving us a good news?" instantly makes you feel defensive and upset. This stress doesn't stay at home. It follows you to the workplace. Think about how you feel on the weekdays. The constant fatigue, losing your temper at work, over small things, feeling completely overwhelmed. This isn't just work pressure. This is the exhaustion of defending your personal boundaries at home while trying to survive in a tough environment outside. You start avoiding family calls, pulling away from friends, and losing your natural warmth. This is not just a personal story, it is the reality of the entire generation in India today. According to the Global Mind Health Report by Sapien Labs, young adults in India aged 18 to 34 are going through a severe mental health crisis. Among 84 countries surveyed, young Indians ranked 60th in core mental health for India. Their average health quotient score was just 33 in comparison to older aged Indians aging about 55 to 64 scored 96, showing a stable mental health. Think about this huge gap. The older generation is doing relatively fine, but the younger generation is deeply struggling. So how do you deal with this? Think about your job for a while. When you start a difficult project at work, your internal belief that I can do this is what carries you through long hours and tight deadlines, right? If that internal belief is weak, you will freeze and cannot move forward. The same thing applies to your life right now. Now you feel family pressure is pulling you towards parenthood, while a quiet voice inside tells you that you're not ready. The mental pain is born out of this inner conflict. Physically, no one can force you to have a child, but the real fight is in your mind. And you don't need to borrow these beliefs from anyone else. Your internal system signals come from direct living experience. Look at life in Indian cities today. Traffic, high rent, long working hours, and constant job insecurity make daily life very demanding. Taking a holiday feels like you have to justify so much to a boss. When your body and mind signal that you not have the bandwidth to raise a child right now, trusting that signal is the most responsible thing you can do. Our grandparents raise large families without this level of stress because their time is different. Living costs were manageable, communities supported each other, and life moved at a slower pace. No one needed to persuade humans to reproduce back then because the basic conditions of life were welcoming. The truth is, our current environment is signaling something completely different. Look around you. Every major city is vastly overcrowded. Our natural resources, our water, clean air, soil, are under immense strain. Climate change is no longer a distant headline, it is a persistent daily alarm that is changing our summers, our monsoons, and our health. These are the clear signs of a civilization under extreme pressure. The nature is evidently signaling that it is in absolute imbalance, and 800 crore of human population is too much for it. And the nature has always its own silent, powerful ways of restoring balance. Years ago, ecological researchers conducted a famous experiment on rodents. They provided a group of rodents with ample food and water but limited physical space. As the population grew exponentially, something strange happened. Long before the space completely ran out, the animals did not wait for mass destruction. Instead, their internal behavior shifted. The females stopped reproducing. The natural, instinctive urge to bring a new life to the overcrowded environment quietly diminished. Humans appear to be experiencing something very similar right now. Many of us carry a quite inexplicable intuition that now is simply not the time to add to the population. This hesitation is not a sign of weakness. It is not selfishness. It may well be nature itself communicating its boundaries through our individual intuition. Beyond the grand scale of ecology, look closely at our immediate social and economic landscape. We live in an environment of brutal and hyper competition. Every single year, the pressure of entrance exams and rankings cost young students their lives. The cost of basic quality of education and housing has soared to astronomical heights, turning our lives into permanent loan repayment cycles. For many people, the daily survival has become more of a burden than a joy. Is it really unreasonable to hesitate before bringing another soul into these exact conditions? These thoughts and feelings may not be fully formed in you yet. You might just feel as a vague sense of unease or anxiety. You might not be entirely conscious. Therefore, it is so incredibly important to carve out a quiet mindful time, a break, a short retreat, or a weekend away from the screen to simply sit with yourself. True awareness is the only real way to deepen your belief system and find clarity. And you know what? In that stillness, to your surprise, the exact opposite might reveal itself. You might sit in that quiet space and discover that you are in fact ready for parenthood. You might find that there is a beautiful, quiet, subconscious readiness in you that is simply has drowned out by daily exhaustion, by constant family pressure, and your own automatic resistance to that pressure. Bringing the child to this world calls for an intention that is deeply rooted in goodwill, clarity, and spirit of service. Ideally, it is a choice made by two people who have learned the basic art of living, who are already fulfilled in themselves and at peace within, and ready to raise a child as an act of passing the baton, contributing to the collective well-being of humanity. When the clean intention is present, parenthood becomes a beautiful gift to the society. It is wholesome, hopeful, and deeply meaningful. But when a new life is expected simply because the elders are feeling restless for a grandchild, or the social convention dictates that a child must follow marriage within 2 years, that momentum deserves to be challenged. Those traditional mindsets absolutely deserve to evolve. Now I want to take a few minutes to speak directly to the parents and elders who are listening. Many of you are putting persistent pressure on your adult children to have babies. You might do it through casual jokes, emotional statements, or direct demands during holiday visits. You look at the neighbor's grandchildren and you wonder why your own home is quiet. You believe that the pressure is born out of love, duty, and a desire to see your children settle down. But we need to talk honestly what this constant pressure is actually doing to your relationship with your children. By repeatedly pushing your expectations, you're not bringing them closer to you. You're creating a deep, bitter distance between you and them. Think about what happens inside your child's mind. Every phone call turns into a discussion about children. Your son or daughter starts to take your call with hesitation. They stop sharing their real feelings, their work problems, and their life updates with you because they know that the conversation will eventually be hijacked by your demands. You think you are steering them towards a traditional family structure, but indeed you are turning a beautiful relationship bitter. You are replacing intimacy with a heavy wall or a distance. This is not just a family disagreement, it is leading to a massive fragmentation in our society today. International studies on family dynamics show that a sharp rise in family estrangement. Surveys show that nearly 27% of adults report being emotionally distanced from their close family members. Research has found that adult children are twice as likely as parents to initiate this distance. When asked why, adult children don't mention big family fights. They point to constant boundary violation, emotional guilt tripping, and total refusal by parents to respect their personal choices. When adult children move to different cities and keep their distance, the elders often blame Western culture. But the truth is, it is a sheer exhaustion of facing constant pressure. When your children feel that your love and respect depend on whether they give you grandchild, then they feel rejected. To protect their own mental peace, they slowly pull out. The world your children live in today is completely different from the world you faced 30 years back. They face high living expenses, uncertain jobs, and intense stress. When they say they are not ready for the child, they are not being careless. They are showing responsibility by not bringing a child to a world until they can provide peaceful and secure environment. You must ask ourselves a difficult spiritual question. Why is there such a restlessness inside us for a grandchild? Why do we feel that our life is incomplete without our children repeating our exact life cycle? A new life should never be brought into this world just to fulfill elders' desire to satisfy social status or to kill personal boredom, right? Expecting the child to be born just to give emotional fulfillment is an immense and unfair burden to place on an unborn soul. This moment in history asks you as parents to embark on a true spiritual journey for your own fulfillment. It asks for emotional intelligence. True fulfillment cannot be borrowed from the choices of your children. It cannot be found outside. If there is a loneliness or lack of purpose within your mind as you age, then grandchild will not permanently heal it. This is your invitation to look inwards, to practice your own mindfulness, to seek your own connection with consciousness and God, to find peace within yourself. When we learn to cultivate our own inner joy and emotional independence, we lift a massive weight off your children's shoulders. You allow them to breathe. We transform our relationship with them from transactional expectations to a space of pure love and unconditional love. And finally, to the young adults navigating this pressure, remember that your response must be a compassionate rebellion. Fighting back with anger, shouting with bitterness will only destroy your own mental health. Our parents and elders deserve respect. We must understand that their mindset is not born out of hatred, it comes from decades of social conditioning. For generations, Indian families survived by strictly following social rules and family traditions. Individuality was rarely encouraged. Our parents are simply carrying those habits of older generation. Handle this with calmness and steady steps. Talk to them gently and clearly when the mood is quiet. Practice mindfulness so that you don't react impulsively when triggered by casual remarks. If the stress gets too heavy, speak to a professional counselor or therapist or a life coach to help you set healthy boundaries. And remember this, if after trying your best to explain with patience and love, your family still doesn't understand, learn to accept it. Unfortunately, you cannot please everyone in life. Thank you for listening, and we'll meet again with another important social issue next time.